Speaking of dream animals, Lori got a chance to go to Florida. And you had a nice little break.
I did. I met the most awesome camel
dude
named Lucy.
Yeah, so I sent her to meet the sloth, to fall in love with the sloth, and she falls in love with a
camel.
She falls in love with a camel.
It was so sweet. It's so cool. It literally came up, and all it wanted to do was kiss you.
Dude, so like when I have my horse and pigs, should I get a camel as well?
Yes,
If you're gonna do that, you might as well.
Can camels live in a Arctic temperature?
Yeah, of course they can.
Of course they can.
Yes, they can.
That's cool.
And did you know that almost every camel, if you wanted to sit on its knees, that's how you get on and off it. You say,
of course,
whoosh. That's like, for some reason, that's just the
thing.
International
There's something else you
word
say.
for camel hush.
Is it?
Hush, hush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's similar
No,
with
it's just
women.
true. I have a lot of experience with camels. Oh my gosh, whoa. I actually, weirdly enough, have never ridden a horse. But I've ridden a horse. No, a horse. I'm not gonna say that.
Dude, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna take the bait on that at all.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop.
I'm not gonna take the bait on that at all.
We're gonna get back on the tracks, okay?
Yeah, back on the tracks.
Are you ready?
Yes. So I've never ridden a horse.
You've never ridden a horse?
Never a horse.
That's
never.
crazy.
But I have.
No, but it's a dream of mine.
Okay.
But I have ridden camels.
You've ridden a camel.
Yeah.
Where at?
Australia.
Aussie? Oh,
you must not have watched Discovery Show.
I did because I remember Chewie lost his.
Okay.
Chewie lost his horse or his
Australia,
camel.
yeah.
Well, the best part about that Chewie story was
that it was true.
Yeah, that the camel ran away. That was good. But the better part of that story was while we were going out with the production crew, because it was just Chewie and myself on a camel, and then everyone else was walking, right? At one point, his camel ran away with him on it.
Yes. Of course.
And like he couldn't stop it. It just like ran away. And he was screaming. And the guy that owned the camels had to like run him down and get him, you know, because they actually
chasing him saying, hush, hush, hush.
Hush, hush. Hush. No, I can't remember what the word was to stop. The word hush was to go on their knees. Or maybe it's kush.
No.
I can't really remember. Kush or hush. I can't remember what it
If
was.
you scream kush at a camel and stops, it's like, kush?
Where?
Weed?
No, it's something like that. I can't remember. But they are very... The camel you met was pretty small. The camels that I rode were tall. I bet you it was 8 foot tall.
I'm sure there's different varieties of camels too.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
But 8 foot, that's a tall. I mean, when you get up on an 8 foot thing, it's like you're riding on the ceiling, you know?
Oh yeah, that's like when you see the movies or whatever where they're out in the desert.
Yeah,
they're always those huge camels.
Yeah.
This one could still have been a baby too. I don't know. I don't have the
Do they make
details.
miniature camels?
No, there's a couple species though. The most common is the taller ones though. That's the ones that, and I think that there's countries in the Middle East that have like a million wild camels running around. Can you look that up? Like wild camels.
Where could I find a million wild?
I'm just
camels?
curious. Like
what about wild camels?
Like not just wild camels. I'm sure
I
something
don't know.
will come up.
It just
How many wild
fun.
camels are there?
Wild camels.
What?
Look at there's wild camels and Americans west. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
what?
the
Yeah,
back
Arizona.
Yeah,
there's
those
camels, man.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
There's wild camels in Arizona.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, 1.1 million. Oh
a
no, that was
desert.
years ago.
That's what I.
This says only.
And it's also Wikipedia, so
Only
there's that.
1,000 survive.
Wait, so you're telling me there's not even 1,000 camels left in the world?
No, that can't
Wild
be true.
camels? 1,000 wild camels, maybe?
That might be
That
true.
might be possible. I think at one point there was like millions.
Millions.
Wow.
The whole earth was inhabited
Just like
by nothing but
check
camels.
this out. Check this out. So
Yeah.
he's good with numbers, by the way. This guy's good with numbers. This episode he's talking about a million camels. Last episode you were talking about how 3% of the world would do the David Blaine ascension trick.
Yes.
You know what 3% of the world is?
Let's see, there's
270 million people.
Yep, that's about right.
You're telling me 270 million people would do the ascension?
Heck yeah. You're going to jump out of a plane.
I'm about to do that though.
You are going to jump out of a plane in what, like 2 weeks or so?
Not even, man.
Are you doing
Are you
it?
really doing it?
I don't know.
You haven't paid your
Do
deposit.
it.
Grammy said you're not.
Tell Grammy, and then she said,
But
"Fuck
she should
you."
pay.
She
should
said, "Fuck
pay.
you."
No, that's
She did not
true.
say
She
that.
wouldn't say that.
I don't
She
know.
didn't say the F word.
Just do it.
I
She's
want
too old
to.
for that. I
But
think it's crazy.
She's not letting me or something. I don't know.
Is she really going to jump out of a plane?
Her and
Yes.
Tori have already
Tori
paid.
are going to pay to go out. whatever. I just have no interest. But I'm still not that impressed with the David Blaine thing. I'm sorry.
Whatever. People were ripping you apart.
Were they
Oh,
ripping
were they
you?
really, dude?
People were pissed at you. They
Really?
were like, you don't understand.
I don't
They were
understand.
pissed at
Oh
you.
my
They were like,
God,
you
they
need to
got-
put some respect on his name. It's David Blaine.
I love David Blaine. I'm not dissing David Blaine as a person.
Yeah.
I think he's an amazing, crazy magician, and you know, I mean, I love his work. I'm his. You can't find a bigger fan of David Blaine than me.
I probably can, but
No, I love David. I've always loved David Blaine. I just
you have
think
a
that he's done
t-shirt?
a lot of other things
like-
that impress
have
me
you seen him
more
in person?
than the balloon trick.
What was more impressive?
I mean, I think there's a million things. He was like in the ice for a week or
I
whatever.
agree.
That was
That was the
amazing.
most impressive
I
to
think
me.
that when he stood on the top of those boxes for freaking
know
like
what?
however many days.
Remember else
That
what
was
he
good.
did? He
What?
stood at top of like a pole or something with electricity going
Right?
through
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. He
I don't
stood
even
on
remember.
Buried
that,
alive? He did Buried
yeah,
Alive
did
for a
I
couple
mean,
days.
those to me are very impressive. Just riding up on a hot, people go on hot air balloons every day.
you know what was the most impressive for me? When he did that.
So those people are going to. I'm just going.
when he did that card trick.
Oh,
And it was like, guess whatever, and he throws it.
And it
and
goes
it's
through the
on
window?
the other side of the
Yeah.
glass. And it was actually the card.
He does all kinds of stuff. Even when he
I
throws
was like,
up
you
the
know what that
frogs
is?
and
That's
stuff.
the devil.
That's devil.
That's what-
The devil. My mama says. My mama
That's
says.
the devil.
Honestly, like if that is the devil, that is way better than what God's doing.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I'm just serious. You don't see God doing shit like that.
Not like parting the sea or.
Well,
or, you
that's
know,
just a
turning
fucking
water
storm.
to wine or.
That was back then, though. This is now. So
Well,
Yeah,
God doesn't
and-
need to do tricks anymore.
And plus, you played the game in elementary
Let's do it this
school.
way: if David Blaine was around for another 5 billion years, he wouldn't need to do card tricks either. Because he'd be a legend. He wouldn't have to.
That
He'd be
is
like, that
just-
was back in the day.
that was bad.
I used to
I
do
know.
card
That was
tricks.
old Dave.
yeah.
That's old
I'm
Dave.
gonna let you get a pass on that one.
I'm
But
just saying, God did his tricks early on. He doesn't need to do them anymore.
that's just bullshit.
But he does miracles every day,
Like what?
like curing people from cancer.
Giving
Show
people
me
cancer.
One, show me one case of that.
I have a case of that, actually.
You have a case of praying cancer away.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Greg Arnott was his name.
You prayed his cancer away.
I didn't pray his cancer away. He prayed his cancer away.
Prayed his cancer away.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking tell me, because
Okay, so he owned a couple Dairy Queens. He owned a couple Dairy Queens.
Okay.
He ended up getting stomach cancer. He had a grapefruit size tumor in his stomach.
Yeah.
And he prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. He thought he had heard from God that he was cured. So he went in for a CAT scan the day before his surgery because they were going to remove his stomach. And basically what they did is they said, hey, we've got, it's at this point where if it ruptures, you're going to die. So we have to remove your stomach. You're probably maybe going to live another 2 years after that, but you'll never be able to eat. You're going to have, so like all these terrible things.
Jesus.
So he goes in, because he's like, I'm cured. I need a CAT scan before the surgery because I think I'm cured. Goes in, they do the CAT scan. He still has the grapefruit size tumor, right? So then the next day they admit him, they open him up, and the tumor's gone. The doctor, the thoracic surgeon, literally thought they had the wrong patient on the table
Maybe
because
they
he had
did.
the X-ray.
Maybe they literally the entire time he never had it, they were just pulling up a different guy with what was his name?
That
Greg
sounds more
Arnett.
logical.
A different
for sure.
Greg's fucking CAT scans.
But they said also on his stomach there was a line that looked like there was scar tissue where the tumor had been. That's true.
Some
That's true
guy
story.
went in there,
True story.
fucking cut it out himself. Why?
just
What's so
telling you.
special about Greg Graziani?
No, that wasn't.
What was his
Graziani.
name?
Greg Giuliani, whatever his name is.
Or Julia.
Why
Greg
him
Arnott.
though? Why him and not the fucking starving kids in Somalia?
Maybe that happens sometimes too.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm
Who
just
cares?
saying that David Blaine, you can't
sorry.
put David Blaine
You're
against
right.
God.
I'm sorry. You're right.
You know?
I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. Thank
You
you.
win this one.
All right. Damn,
son.
Can we rail this in?